There we go. And welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Remake if you're watching this on VOD, or if you're on stream, welcome to the stream. If I haven't welcomed you to the stream already, then you are now welcomed to the stream. And thank you for tuning in. And we are still making our way through the slums, trying to get Cloud back to Sector 7. We shall see how that goes. What do you think about the bosses and materia system? I think it's fine. Like, I don't have any complicated opinions on it. Like, I feel like, if anything, like, the materia system could probably have been reworked more, like, than it was. They've kept it very close and faithful to the original, all things considered.
Deck is all clear.
So, like, that would be, like, my only critique, is that you could probably do more with it if you really wanted to rework it into something more active, but hey, it's rude.
Let's go.
But that's like it. That's about it.
Another Turk.
A real man on a mission.
On the hunt, more like.
For me? For you?
Don't know. Don't care.
Then, let's stick to the back streets? Ah. There will be monsters.
Better than Shinra.
Would you like a bowl of marsh stew? The perfect blend of sweet and spicy.
People say it's like an explosion of flavor beyond your world.
There's a Shinra dump site up ahead. Not the kind of place anyone would ever choose to hang around in.
But a great place to lay low. They've got the run of it. That's that.
Go on!
So, we've got adaptive music.
Monsters instinctively target weaker prey.
You'd better watch out then, Cloud.
So we've got adaptive music in a lot of the areas, by the way, that basically turns whatever the area theme is
I'll protect you.
into a battle theme.
Good at protecting myself, you know.
I hate those.
So it's my turn? This one's for you! Over here.
Ah, I see. First exploration, though. Who knows what we might be missing? Really? I can't do the thing with the go past the... Okay. What about up here? Anything?
That way is a dead end. They were doing some construction, but quit halfway.
Sounds about capitalist. But maybe there's a monster fight. Or some boxes!
Hooray for boxes!
But nothing else? You know, for all that this is like the undercity of Midgar, they have managed to find ways to get a lot of color in here. Like, we've got red walls, purple, browns, golden. Like bright yellows and stuff. It's not all just, you know, gray and brown and brown and gray and brown and gray and gray and brown, which is nice. It's a minor thing, but it's like a showcase of how you can develop a realistic-ish aesthetic outside of just, you know, fucking Call of Duty, you know, darkness and grime.
That didn't work. Maybe it's broken? Pretty sure this path we're on loops around too, so...
Bum-ba-dum.
Wonder if we can move this. Ah, I knew it!
Ba-ba. 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 So, there's a small area in the original game that connects sectors 6 and 7 or something along those lines that you run through with Aerith as you're on the way to her home. And it's sort of a construction area. Like, there's a bit in there where there's, like, an old excavator broken on the ground. And that seems to be the area that they've just taken and expanded outwards into this huge sort of construction-themed slum area. I really like that. Where the hell did they come from?
Take the lead.
Here goes. Don't catch a cold. Must have been a new breed.
How do you figure?
Because they went for the stronger prey.
Aerith is good. Yeah, bro, I got mad CrossFit reps up here. Calgenius bracelet. What the hell does Calgenius mean? Oh, extra materia slots. That's what it means. I mean, that would kill her defenses, but it would make her a more efficient mage. But no. How's it going so far? Very well. I'm having a lot of fun. How about the bosses? I mean, I'm not a game designer, so I don't know what to say outside of, like, the character designs are well updated, which I've already gushed about excessively yesterday. Just talked so much about how the character designs were kept true to the original, largely, which is very true of Airbuster as well, for example. That it mostly retains the same shape language as the original, while updating it with, like high-class modern HD textures and, like, a slightly more modern sci-fi sensibility, but still keeping, like, the same basic underlying design without changing it up too much, which I like. But in terms of, like, the gameplay and the fighting, like, you'd have to ask a game designer about that. I'm just having fun.
There, check it out. The heart of the slums.
Still a fair ways off.
Well, we did take a detour. Getting tired?
Nah.
Me, I'm feeling a bit hungry. How about you?
Amazed.
You're in for a treat when we make it back.
Don't have time for that.
You'll want to make time for my mom's cooking. And that's the final word on it. We'll get home quick and eat ourselves stupid.
I like her. The only graphical issue I've detected in this game at all is that there's sometimes texture issues. Like where textures take way too long to load into their high-res form. Like the LOD isn't quite working correctly, I think. Or maybe it's just because I'm on a PS4 standard rather than a PS4 Pro that it's having a little trouble keeping up. Which honestly I wouldn't blame it for. Look at that giant robot claw just lying there.
Leave this to me.
Sup?
I don't think so.
Really? The other ones are dead? Okay. Braver it is.
One more shot. See you around.
Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-dum. What's up here? Ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Is it the path forward? Nope. That leads to an arena, it looks like. Some kind of side quest up here? Must be at some... No, this looks like a sale. This looks like people's furniture and stuff. Okay, there clearly must be a optional fight that happens up here at some point, because look at it. Ba-da-ba-bum, I love that bass line. Oh, Biximus, you have figured out where I got my original username way back in the day. Oh, can I ride the robot? Can I ride the robot? Can I ride the robot? I want to ride the robot. Can I ride the robot? I can't ride the robot? Oh, that sucks. Look at those giant cargo loaders, man. So cool. Hope I don't have to fight them. Oh no, I recognize that. I recognize that double dragon symbol there. I recognize that aesthetic. Oh dear. Oh dear. Bum bum. Ba da 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 da.
It's away.
Ah, smoggers! Look at them!
Kept sleeping.
Oh, we'll have to look at their character design in a second. Yeah, they got me with the poison.
Allow me.
Lightning. Hitting it while using Haywire Haze will make it susceptible to staggering. Lightning attacks will rapidly fill with staggering. I don't think I have any lightning.
Here we go. You're mine.
This one's for you. Moving on then.
Whoa! Asshole! Okay, let's have a look at the smogger. There you are. Because look at that. Again, like we talked about on the last stream, so much of the character design of the original Final Fantasy VII was informed by technical limitations. Like by the fact that it was a very early 3D game, they didn't have that many polygons to push around. Like, there was just a lot of limitations, so a lot of the characters are designed fundamentally around shapes that would be incredibly simple to put together in early 3D modeling software. Like, for example, the head and arms of this particular enemy, the Smogger, which are just a couple of tubes, like, that expand a little bit, which is, like, really simple to 3D model. And the same thing around the body, you can see it's just basically kind of a lump of metal, and they've updated it so well. Like, to make it look like something that would be a plausible enemy character design in a modern game. But you can still see the legacy of that, like, of those early design limitations in there. And they look so good. Like, that's something that That's something that people tend to forget a lot of the time when it comes to design and character design, is that limitation breeds creativity. Like, the more you have to limit yourself, the better the solutions you come up with have to be. Because, like, otherwise it will never look good. Whereas if you have, like, $1 million budget for texturing and rendering and all the assets you could ever want in your entire life and so on, it's like, it's easier to not give it 110% on everything, because you don't have to. I wonder what that does. It's kind of the same way that, like, really good rendering when you're drawing, like, if you draw a bunch of details all over everything and make a drawing super detailed, you can often kind of get away with not having very good anatomy, because the rendering kind of covers it up a little bit. It makes it harder for the audience to see if there are mistakes in your drawings. And it's kind of the same thing here. It's like, when you don't have a lot of tech, then, like, you're exposed.
Can you get it open from over there?
Your mistakes, your tech, your design sensibility is much more exposed.
Nice work. Way to think ahead.
Guess I gotta.
It's on you.
So it's my turn? Stay back!
Come on.
And catch!
Ooh, absorbs MP.
One more shot!
And an arcane ward that
wasn't so bad.
prevents magic attacks in a small area.
Nice.
Guess we're home free.
No need for thanks. I'd rather get paid.
You're getting paid right now.
Hmm?
Huh?
Oh.
Locked. Darn. Unleash me. Let me go free. I wish to explore this city. Explore this city. Explore this city on rock and roll. That's just a tank. Oh, right, because of the war with Wutai, so there's lots of oh, that's good environmental storytelling. That's where a lot of the scrap is from. The war. Holy shit, Aerith, you're pushing those things must weigh like 500 kilos. Aerith is just kicking them around like they're nothing.
Should be able to relax a little now.
Don't forget about the Turks.
Ah,
Could come at us any time. Keep an eye out.
Bottom. Ba-da-dum, bottom.
that's the station.
I'm glad I moved here, but
Huh?
Just want to go to bed.
So, do you think this means another war's coming?
the Sector 5 slums are right there. God, I'm so nervous.
Anxious heart. There it is.
What are they watching?
Hey!
Huh?
What could
I'm
they
standing
possibly
inside
be
the
trying to
gutted shell of
accomplish?
Mako Reactor 5.
They're working for
As
Wutai,
you
isn't
can
it
see,
obvious?
there's still a lot of smoke rising from the
Using
rubble.
spies so they don't have to
While
break the
fallen beams and
ceasefire.
other debris continue to
telling
hinder
you,
rescue
those
efforts,
foreign
the
devils are
fires
trying to
appear to
start
have been
another
mostly
war.
extinguished.
So if we help catch the bombers,
Ah,
we get a
over there.
reward or something?
That's the director of Shinra's Advanced Weaponry Division, isn't
Hey,
it?
enough of that
Excuse
doom
me,
and
ma'am,
gloom.
but would you mind
But we're
answering a few
safe down
questions?
here, right?
They're targeting reactors.
Hello,
Can
Scarlet.
you give us any updates on the status of the reactor? What kind of
So, when
damage
are the
did it
trains
suffer in
gonna
the
start up
explosion?
again?
Are we in any danger?
Mako Reactor
Oh.
5 has been temporarily shut
That's
down,
cleavage.
and all fires have been successfully extinguished. The situation is under control, and the people of our fair city need not worry about any additional complications. We're in the process of conducting a full forensic investigation, but we suspect the device used was similar to that employed in the attack on Mako Reactor 1. The perpetrators of that atrocity were filmed making their escape. These agents of the eco-terrorist group Avalanche are currently believed to be in hiding somewhere in Midgar.
They didn't show Cloud.
Given
Ha.
that this group has now attacked 2 reactors in quick succession, can they really be stopped before they strike again?
Oh, they gave Scarlet cleavage down to there.
Well,
Have no fear. Shinra will keep Midgar safe.
okay, time's up.
Oh, they could not
Let's
go
go.
harder on the femdom there, could they?
Those avalanche guys are unbelievable. Without the reactors, how are we supposed to live? We need to stand up.
Man,
Oh,
I can't
what
decide
timing.
where to go on my
Mind lending me a hand?
Place is really hopping, huh?
Nice side effect of the train situation. So, what do you say?
I'd love to, but I help out every now and then. It's fun. Aerith! Well, well. What are you doing all the way up there?
Was trying to get a look at the reactor. Who's this guy?
This is Cloud. He's a mercenary. And currently my bodyguard. That's Oates.
See you.
2 peas in a pod.
Hey, greenery! Holy shit! Haven't seen that in a while.
Aerith! So, what are you guys up to?
We all went to see the reactor.
Oh, that's right. You're supposed to come by the house.
What for?
I don't know. You're just supposed to.
Well, guess we have a new destination. I should probably explain. The Leaf House is the local orphanage. That's where all these kids live.
Hey, Aerith, where'd you go?
The church again? Next time, we should all go together.
Oh, God.
Why, hello, Aerith. As popular as ever, I see.
Apparently.
Such a relief
but
to
they
see-
sure keep me on my toes.
Living plants.
Better than being bedridden. Thanks again for all those herbs. You've helped a lot of people.
No problem. Anytime.
How'd you manage to find so many anyway?
Oh, I have my ways.
And him?
He's my bodyguard, just until I get home.
And you're sure he's up to it?
Maybe. Since I'm so generous, I gather medicinal herbs for his patients sometimes.
Oh,
Here's the Leaf House.
look. That's adorable.
There you are. We're back, and we brought Aerith with us.
Sorry to make you come
Tiny
out
Justin
here.
Bieber over there.
Don't be. It's on my way home.
Well then, I hope you won't mind me asking for some flowers.
No problem. How many?
All you can carry. What with all the doom and gloom we've been hearing on the news recently, I thought some flowers might help cheer everyone up.
I'm sure they will, and I'd love to help.
Let's all wash up before our meal.
No, but seriously though, look at that. And again, a little bit of color design here. The children are imposing on the dark gray gunmetal depressingness of Midgar. Like color. Really bright, vibrant, hyper-saturated color, which generally doesn't exist very much in the environment. Which is what makes it look childish, first of all, but also, like, it's why immediately when you walk in here, like, it catches your eye like that. Because the environment is designed to make it stand out, which is very well done. It's just basic,
You ever need any
sensible
medicine,
design.
Let me know. I'll whip something up.
Same reason why all the greenery
So,
here
Cloud,
stands out.
What's your favorite flower?
They're all the same to me.
Huh. You sure you want to say that to a florist?
Better than lying.
Okay. Then what'd you do with the flower I gave you? You give it away?
I did.
Ooh, to who? Tell me.
Don't recall.
Liar.
Thought you didn't like lying. Well, anyway.
And it's also, in terms of visual design, the closer we get to Aerith's house, the more greenery there is, the more the planet comes alive, the more life there is in Midgar. Like, the less depressing this place becomes. Which, again, from a visual storytelling standpoint, tells you about who she is as a person, what her influence over the world is, like what she's like, what it's like being around her, being
My
with
house
her.
is just up this path. Mom should be home by now, so I'll introduce you.
Like, you meet Aerith, and it's pretty much the first time in the game. Oh, wow.
There you go. That's my house.
It's amazing.
This is who Aerith is, right? In the same way that when you're running around the reactors that's all dominated by President Shinra and Heidegger and the Shinra Company, that's who the Shinra Company is. That's what they do, that's what they are. This is Aerith's environment. This is where she belongs. This is where she's comfortable. This is the environment she cultivates in the world. Which, again, for a game that's about environmentalism, that's kind of important. God, it's pretty. All of a sudden, the slums seem like a nice place, right?
Come on.
I'm home. Hey, baby. Been up to no good? Rude came by.
So,
Big sword
this
man.
is my mom, Elmira. And this is Cloud, my bodyguard.
Hi.
Take good care of her?
That's my job. Or was my job.
Yep, thanks. So, Cloud, you gonna head back to Sector 7?
Yeah.
Then I'll show you the way.
Then why'd you have me bring you here? What if the Turks show up again?
It'd suck, but I've dealt with them before. Honestly, I'm much more worried about you. What if you get lost, huh? You'd be too embarrassed to admit it, and so you'd just keep on going.
Quit acting like you know me.
Hey, Mom?
She doesn't take any of his shit. I love that.
Okay, but why not wait until tomorrow? If you head out now, it'll be dark when you get back. Better to rest up here and make the trip first thing in the morning, when you'll have daylight to spare.
Also, hey, a woman in an anime game who looks like she's over 30.
Oh, yeah. I still need to deliver some flowers to the Leaf House. Since we have a little time before dinner, you should come with.
That wasn't the deal.
You mean you want more? Even though you've got a priceless reward coming your way? Do you know what I promised him?
I'll do it.
I'll go grab the baskets. Be right back.
That Aerith. She's a handful, isn't she? It must be tough. No, never mind.
This is so well designed. It's like all of a sudden the slums look like a livable place, right? Also notice what this house is made out of. Wood. Nothing but wood. There's barely any metal in sight, really, except for like the kitchen tools. Unlike so many of the other buildings that have been made like a corrugated sheet metal and stuff that rusts. This is a handcrafted home.
That's weird. Could have sworn I put them here.
Huh.
God, it's pretty.
Found him! You take this one.
Huh?
Take it.
Cloud, do the thing.
Right. Off we go. And these right here are my babies. Which ones do you think we should pick?
Any of them.
Oh, don't be like that. I know you have an eye for this kind of thing.
Choose flowers to deliver to the leaf house. Press triangle when you're close to a garden to pick flowers. The decoration at the leaf house change depending on the colors you select. Aw, that is gorgeous. Well,
That's the one I gave you.
Huh. It is?
Nice try, mister. You can't fool me. I think we still need a few more. Which should we pick next?
oh, over there. Well, surely there's more than 2 choices then. Oh, hello.
Whoa, foxtails, huh? I gotta hand it to you. I never would have thought of that. It'll definitely take them by surprise. She said, as many as you can carry, so maybe a few more?
Okay, so what? Those are the only options?
Good eye.
Oh well.
People used to give these to declare their loyalty to one another. Interesting, right? I think we're good now. What do you say? Shall we go?
So Aerith's flower motif also, on a very obvious level, connects her to the feminine. Which is extremely the role she plays relative to Cloud's, well, sort of wounded, insecure masculinity. Which is the thing that makes their character dynamic good.
No need to hurry. We're not under the gun or anything.
I'm not cut out for this crap.
Sure you are. And when you're done, you'll be drowning in job offers.
But this is something I talked about extensively in my playthrough of Final Fantasy VII, the original, over on Tubi's Guide, which may be where you're watching this, is that Aerith and Tifa, like, a lot of the characters around Cloud represent different kind, as is the case with, like, a lot of JRPGs with there's one main character and then a party of eccentrics around them. They represent various visions and models of personhood, of becoming a full person, that are available for the protagonist to be influenced from and choose from. Like, that's usually how a protagonist's character arc is constructed, is that they start in one place, they have to go through a character arc where they're influenced by disparate multiple sources until they come out on the other end a better, changed person somehow. That's the standard RPG protagonist arc. And Aerith is heavily connected to, like, not just the feminine, but the hyper-feminine. Like, we've got the flowers, the dress, the pink, the red, like, just everything that's associated with femininity comes into play very strongly with Aerith, which is the contrast that she represents to Cloud, is that Cloud is kind of trapped in this, I'm a tough badass, I'm a soldier, I'm a mercenary, I don't care. Like, he has that kind of incredibly tedious, like, juvenile masculine obsession with like being cool and self-independent and meh, like that shit. And Aerith represents a challenge to that, because she's like, how about actually, let's gather some goddamn flowers and lighten the fuck up for once, dude. Like, that's her challenge to him, is like to say, hey, you can be emotional, you can open up, it's fine. We can be playful. We can be happy. You don't need to be mad and pretend masculine all the time. And it's the same thing with Barrett, like where Barrett is both, he represents a father figure through his connection with Marlene, but he's also like angry, protective, vengeful. He represents another version of like a kind of masculinity that also influences Cloud over the course of the game. And Cloud influences Barrett, like they change each other. And that's everywhere in the game, and they've certainly haven't shied away from it here. I really like that Aerith is literally forcing Cloud to pick flowers and lighten the fuck up for once, because he needs that. Like, he needs that, and that's what makes their connection. Like, that, this is making it believable that Cloud would be taken with her, and that she would become important to him, because she's allowing him to experience another way of being.
These flowers.
Don't know.
Well, we'll soon find out.
She's allowing him to experience another way to be, like another way to exist outside of just being badass, angry, angsty merc all the time. Just this. Wander around a garden, pick some flowers, deliver them to an orphanage, make people happy. And that's what a good character dynamic needs. That's the thing that gets me, that kind of cheeses me off, like, about a lot of, like, because a lot of the time in an RPG, like, where you have the princess archetype character, like the white mage, the girl, right? Oftentimes, they are not really there to represent any kind of a challenge to the hero. They're more of a reward. Like, if you do the hero thing, then the girl will have a, like, vague romantic attachment to you, and yay. Like, there's often not a challenge. And that's one of the things that makes Final Fantasy VII great, is that, like, Aerith challenges Cloud. She challenges him to change, and so does Tifa. Tifa does it very much the same way, but she represents a different kind of masculinity, where Aerith is more on the motherly side, and Tifa is more of a sisterly kind of connection. Also a romantic connection, but that's a discussion for a whole other thing. Oh yeah, Bishop Clark, that's a very good point. Even in the small things like asking him to imagine flower decorations, she's also encouraging him to ask questions and be curious about his environment. Exactly. Like, she's presenting him with an alternative way of being. Or rather, she's presenting us with it. Because we are also, like, we are Cloud, we're playing as him, so we experience his journey as well. And that's a storytelling 101.
I'll wait out here.
Oh, okay. But I might be a while. Why not check out the town?
And by the way, the fact that Cloud goes along with things, like that he resists and is like, I'm too cool for this, but then he actually does do the thing. He does pick the flowers. He does give in when Tifa asks him to. Also shows you that Cloud is, like, it shows you that he's insecure, which he is, deeply, deeply insecure. But it also shows you that he's not as hard-edge.
No, it's much too dangerous.
That he's not as hard-edge as he would like to believe that he is. How are you scared of that adorable pupper?
That's what's called easy money.
We even got to be on TV.
And to think, all we had to do was shit talk Avalanche behind that reporter.
Hey, let's get one thing straight. Everything I said, I meant it.
Got
Hey.
nothing but the best here.
Custodal soul, thank you. Bum ba da ba 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 da ba da 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 da.
Come back anytime.
Oh,
I remember you.
where's Aerith?
The Leaf House.
Okay. Let's see. Let's make Aerith a proper mage, shall we? let's delve fully into that. So, what do we have equipped so far? Cloud, what do you have? You have fire, you have healing. Yeah. Because I just pretty much want her to have the MP up so I can have her casting tons of spells. Oh, look who's here.
Cloud, I understand you must be busy, but I hope you haven't forgotten about my research.
So, first strike. Wind assess ATB boost. Oh. Oh, that's kind of powerful, actually. So that's the thing, you use that when you have one ATB charge to get 2 ATB charges immediately. Well, let's have at least one of those. And let's have a first strike materia as well. Nice.
Cloud, I have come up with the most fascinating theory. Perhaps you can lend me your assistance in gathering data to test it?
Nerd.
Cloud, I have the most amazing news.
Nerd.
I believe I might know how to develop summoning materia, something heretofore thought impossible.
Nerd.
Scientists say that this materia can only be found in nature, but I may just be able to prove otherwise.
Nerd.
And so, Cloud, I turn to you. I would like to test this theory by way of my combat simulator. To wit, I want you to fight and defeat summon data in VR.
Nerd.
I sense that you find my phrasing to be somewhat obtuse.
Yeah, nerd. Chadley has developed new combat simulator VR missions. As you gather more and more battle intel, special missions will allow you to battle summons that will come available. Talk to Chadley if you want to give them a go. Oh, optional. Oh.
Please let me know when you have made your preparations.
Oh, we're gonna save and do that. Yes, 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 yes. Why did I not do any of this? Well, because I didn't get, give me the menu. I didn't achieve these until way after the first time I could talk to him. So.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all of your help thus far. I've done it. I've developed a new materia.
Steel! Ah, finally. I was wondering where the hell that was. Provoke. Oh, I need that.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel.
Okay, so this is actually... so that allows me to make someone the tank, basically. Which is good, because that'll allow me to redirect some aggression from these enemies, which is gonna be necessary if I'm gonna make Aerith like the mage. Right, so let's hit up an elemental materia to the fire. Keep healing, and keep Ifrit. And take a shot at... I think I saw Shiva in there, so let's see if we can beat Shiva. If that's who we're going to be able to fight. What's the max number of party members you get? You get 3. Like, that's the max you can have, but there's only 4 party member characters in the game, as far as I know.
I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for my research. Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
Oh, yeah. Hey, girl. Oh, you're looking good.
I got your number.
Weak to fire. Good. Ice Elemental Summon recreated in virtual reality is the manifestation of a queen who once healed the planet's wounds with ice, as evidenced by the existence of permafrost in polar lands.
Steady.
Don't have Fira. I should have really equipped a more powerful one, shouldn't I?
Burn. Let's do this. That'll do. Calling fire. Time to burn. No escape. Going in.
Oh, that hits hard immediately. Well, it doesn't hit hard, but it hits. Say hello to my little friend! La da 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 da. Diamond dust. Oh no. Oh no.
Come on.
Ow.
I won't give up.
Fucking hell. How do I dodge that?
What a shame. It was a close match. However, I did manage to obtain valuable data, analyze and learn from your mistakes, so that you can claim victory next time.
Well, I've already assessed her,
all of your future battle
so I should be able to get rid of the assess materia and equip something else instead. Like, for example, barrier, which is going to be necessary in a one-on-one.
I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for my research.
Take two, lady.
And I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
Bring it. Steady.
Yeah, that's better.
Needle-light. Whatever. I'm waiting. Time to burn. Let's do this. That it?
Okay, time to reset that barrier.
Come on. No escape.
Damn it. Stagger.
You're mine. Here we go. This won't take long.
Uh-oh. Don't know what that is, but I don't like it. Whoa! Okay. She was setting up a huge thing. Yeah, I see.
Won't last long.
Okay, so if I get hit by that at all, I'm fucked. Yeah. So I can't get hit by whiteout at all. I can't block it. Gonna run out of items at this rate.
Was there a problem? I know the system is functioning properly.
Oh, Chadley, don't you start giving me any of that crap. Okay, so barrier costs too much to keep up. So I'd rather have free healing, frankly. Okay, more magic defense. And ice elemental resistance.
I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for my research.
One more shot at
And
this.
I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
And then you mean shut up, nerd. Yeah, that helps. Damn it. Okay, how much reduction do I get from it then? Guess this is an opportunity to see a lot, actually.
Time to burn. Bring it. Need a light. Let's do this.
Okay, so Whiteout chases me, but not very efficiently.
All good. Steady. No escape. All right. You're done. That'll do. Right.
Okay, little help here.
Have fun.
So this, like I said earlier when we were fighting Reno, I love, I really like dueling in this game.
Burn. Here it comes. This won't take long. Time to burn.
There's really nothing for it except try to stagger her, I guess. Alright, this time I should be able to survive it at least. Yeah, that went a lot easier.
All good.
Excellent timing on the Hellfire.
Thanks. Let's do this.
Third time's the charm, baby!
Not bad.
Outstanding! The Shiva summoning materia is complete. And now it's yours. Use it as you see fit. The Lady of Frost is the perfect companion for a man like you, Cloud. She will prove most useful when the time comes to destroy Shinra.
I really should have just put elemental resistance in my...
I look forward to receiving all of your future...
to my defense immediately. Rather than be stubborn about wanting to do more damage. Okay, let's just actually do this. I'll get him back on the titanium. And sure, he can change out for Shiva. And now I do actually want to have... him on Provoke for Aerith. Like, I want him to act as a bodyguard to her, basically. This will pretty much take away all his abilities and spells, so that's maybe a bit much. Let's get Chakra in there instead. Do I not have a Thundara yet? Oh, I do. I just had it equipped already. Fire, lightning, ice. Yeah, let's try that.
No grown-ups allowed. Can't wait to hear what the president has to say about it all.
Gets everybody fired up and ready to fight.
See ya.
Let's see. Weapons, yes.
Now you can handle yourself.
Ah, more titanium bangles. Do want some of those eventually. But nothing new in the accessories part. Alright.
Take care of my equipment, you hear?
Well.
We're looking at another cloudy day in Midgar with overcast skies through tomorrow.
Let's finish exploring the town, then we'll save, and we will cut an episode. For Tubi's game. Hang on, what about this direction? What's over here? The restaurant owner. And then the materia shop, and then back around. And that just leads there. Okay.
Want to help me out too? What do you say?
Did you know? This place is haunted. It's haunted?
Haunted by treasure?
Let's try and jump to the plate.
Excuse me, I'm just here to steal your stuff. Solaris. Is this an old folks home? Cool. Tango of Tears.
I knew what those Avalanche people were thinking.
You need to do something about that avalanche, you hear?
And that's about it for exploration round here. Pretty much, yeah. Cool. Sweet. Well, then let's save the game and tell the people who are watching the VOD of this that if you would prefer to watch this in like 1 hour chunks instead of like 7 or 8 or God knows how many hours I'm gonna go on this one huge chunk of everything all at once, then you can head on over to Tubi's Guide, where these will be uploaded in 1 hour episodes, twice a day for quite a while. And I've also got a Final Fantasy VIII playthrough going on over there if you're curious. And as for the rest of you, oh, the stream goes on, my friends.